been, I've just been so sick with this pregnancy, but hello. Oh, Sarah, thank you for saying you're so beautiful. My due date is October 15th, which it actually is, for C Day 21. She asked when your due date is. My due date is October 15th, which is actually Doug's birthday. And it's also Pregnancy and Infancy Loss Awareness Day. And so it's not like lost on me that, you know, we've lost pregnancies in the past, of course. And these babies are coming on that. I mean, they're due on that. I mean, that's just like mind blowing to me. Like this whole pregnancy is just such a miracle and a gift from God. And I'm just like, no matter what my feel, like, I mean, I'm definitely feeling, I feel like almost full term now. Like if you see my belly, it is like, it's just quite large. And I think that I have extra of the hormones that like loosen your joints and things like that because I have twins. And so it's been like, my hips really hurt a lot, which I'm like, I'm actually want to say that they're feeling better today, trying to put that out in the universe and trying to be positive. But, you know, I'm just really, no matter what, whenever I'm starting to feel like I don't know if you can tell, but I can't catch my breath. I feel like my organs are like up in my lungs already. And anytime I just feel those feelings, I just stop and just thank God that I am so blessed. Like, I mean, I think that goes for anything that any of us are going through. Hi, Tommy and Janine's mom. I feel like this comment's got stuck there. Hi, Buffalo for Rissan. And thank you, Kathy. Yes, they're twins. So they're identical twins, Huffy and F. They're identical twin boys, and no, we don't have a name. That's always like the question we get first. I don't know about you, but I use this CC cream, and it like really works well. And I put it on my chest too because it doesn't like disappear. Like I feel like sunscreen just disappears so easily, but this does a great job of just staying put, like almost too good. Like you have to like not really scrub your face, but kinda. So if you're looking for like really good coverage that has a really great, I just love this stuff. I have rosacea in the worst way, and this is some of the only makeup that truly covers it, plus has SPF. But like I told you, it does kind of stick on your face, like for the long haul. And then it gets on your, I like to put it on with my hands, so then I just wash my hands afterwards. But, oh my goodness, Cheryl, your daughter's having a baby the same exact time? I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I just want to wash my hands off real fast. That's amazing. And yeah, the It CC cream, I personally just love even the founder of It CC cream. Her name is Jamie Kern Lima, and she's just such a positive like breath of fresh air. I feel like she's just a good soul. And then I've been using Physicians Formula. I don't have fancy makeup. I know a lot of these influencers, which I never really thought of myself as an influencer, but I guess I kind of am one. But a lot of them have like the fanciest makeups, and they have like makeup galore, and I'm like, I probably use 5 products daily, and one day maybe I'll have my own line just for moms who are busy and be like, listen, you don't need all that stuff, and we don't have to have like something for here and something for here and something for here and here, like, you know, we could just like figure it out like with just a couple products, in my opinion. But anyways, so any questions? Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I have twin girls born at 29 weeks. They were our rainbow babies. 29 weeks, that's so early. How did they do? I have heard so many stories of twins being born so early, and it scares the bejesus out of me because I was labor and delivery nurse, and so I know exactly how small that is, and it's just like they have to work so hard to stay alive, and that's so scary. But it sounds like they're doing good, so that makes me like feel so good for you that your twins did good. I'm hoping and praying that these little boys want to stay in as long as they want. I feel like I know I'm kind of big, of course, because I'm only 5 months, but I mean, it's not that big, so hopefully they can stay in for a while. I also really love, not gonna lie, I have a really good tip. So I ended up buying this. This is like tubing mascara from Tarte, and don't get me wrong, I love this brand, but I gotta tell you, Thrive Cosmetics, if you've been looking for the tubing mascara, this one is definitely better. This one doesn't really come off that easily, and I don't know if it's because, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but for me, I bought this is brand new, I put it right back in my makeup case, and I'm going back to this one, because it really just works that good. At least I like it, and my eyelashes, by the way, have literally, no joke, have been like falling out. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I should probably share a picture of what my eyelashes looked like prior to pregnancy and then now. Like, I mean, they're just like kind of like non-existent. I'm thinking about going to get the
the eyelash extensions, because I mean, I'm gonna show you right now. Like, I mean, you'll see. and honestly, it's definitely not the mascara, because with this mascara, they looked like I had fake eyelashes on, and now you can see there's like nothing there. Oh my gosh, I had my boy girl twins at 33 weeks, 5 days. I tried to keep them until 34 weeks, but went into labor 2 days early. Oh, you know, I know, I'm like, really, I hear a lot of stories about a lot of twin moms having their babies like super early, and I'm like, I'm so scared for that. I don't know, but I also have heard a couple stories of, you know, some who make it full term, and I'm really just hoping for that, because I know that it's easier for the babies. But all of you who say, like Jan Frith, thank you for that. My twin sister and I were born 2 months early, and we were in a hospital a while, but you did great. Like that, yeah, that is what I like to hear. And like, I'm trying to just, honestly, it's one of those things that you can't control, like when you're gonna go into labor. And so I'm trying to like, just trust God and have faith. I mean, if you can't control it, you can't control it. So, but the other thought on that is that I'm like, am I ready to have them that early? So I'm 21 weeks today, and they're doing good. I barely feel them, like, which I guess is also normal. Thank God I found that out early, because I think I'd be scared. Usually when I, like with both my first babies, I felt them kicking by like 17 weeks, no joke. And so, and actually, odd thought, but even like we lost our first baby, Jonathan, at 17 weeks in 1 day, and I even felt him kick. So like, so it's just odd to be 21 weeks and not be able to feel either of these babies kick. But I do feel like a little fluttering here and there, and oddly, it's like down near my vagina mostly, like, so it's just so different. But I do have an anterior placenta, which means my placenta is like, for baby A anyways, is over here. And so I guess that's just like cushion, and the doctor just says you should really embrace the fact that you don't feel them, because, you know, there's 8 extremities in you that are punching you and kicking you all the time. And so you should just be thankful that you don't feel them, and soon enough you will. And you should just be thankful you can sleep. But anyways, I wanted to show you my eyelashes, because like, they're non-existent. You see that? I don't know what happened. I don't know if you can see from down. But pregnancy, you know, I was, to be honest, I was using Rodin and Fields to try to help like keep them, and that stuff really freaking works. It really works. But I got it from a friend, Ruth, who works with me. I'm sure you guys know Ruth. And so, actually, I don't know if you do know Ruth, but she's just been like such a blessing from God to me, and she gifted me with that Rodin Fields serum. But I checked to see if it was safe for pregnancy, and it didn't say yes or no. And so I just decided I wouldn't use it, just to be on the safe side. I would ask my doctor, but I just haven't thought to ask them. But I ask him for like pretty much everything. This is the other thing that I got from Tarte Cosmetics, because I'm always tired, and this is called Fake Awake. I do love this, so wait till you see this. You put it on like almost like where I used to wear black eyeliner when I was like in my teens. You put it on like your wet line here, and it just makes your eyes like, look, can you just see how this eye does look more awake than that eye? Like, is it in my head, or do you see it too? I feel like I sound so out of breath. Ashley Jean, I'm not even kidding you. I am so out of breath. Like, my organs are just like pushing up into my lungs, and like I'm still trying to stay active, so I'll play pickleball, or like not like any like rigorous or anything, but just enough to move my body a little bit. And like, no one's sweating, no one's out of breath, and I'm always like it's like kind of embarrassing, but you know, it's okay. I need a full tube of that. Sarah Gald's, this is it. It's called Fake Awake by Tarte. And I don't know what color this is. I don't know if it has different colors, but this, I just got it and highly recommend. Although, funny story, I was saying this to Doug. I thought it was this side. I didn't know this part came off, like this cap. Like, if you just looked at it, you would be like, oh, that's, I don't know, I haven't used eye makeup in so long. And so I was like going like this, and I'm like, do I see it? I really don't see it. It feels like it's not coming off. You know how they say you can like put fire on your eye pencil and it helps like melt it, and so then it can come off easily? Not even kidding you. I tried putting on my curling iron to just kind of melt it a little bit to see if it'll come off, and it still wouldn't come off. And I was like, what is wrong with this eye pencil? And I was like looking around, and then it went like that. And I was like, oh, I'm not even doing it right. Like this thing I think is like the smudger or whatever. But are the babies kicking? If so, what's that feel like with 2 babies? Is it constant? So Zach, Jessica, you probably just joined because I was just saying I don't feel the babies kick at all. It's really like kind of quite sad. Like I feel like little flutters here and there, but I have an anterior placenta that cushions it. So I really don't feel the babies move very much. I mean, I feel a little bit, and I can tell because, you know, like I can just tell because this is not my first rodeo. And so I know it's the babies, but I can barely feel them. So I put that fake awake on the bottom. I genuinely think that helps make me look more awake than I actually am. I'm like always tired, to be very honest. And then I just put this, and that's from Tarte, and then this one is from Thrive Cosmetics. Love this stuff. My nausea is so much better. Thank you for asking, Mrs. Wood. Oh my gosh, it's so much better. It's like, I think it took me about 18 weeks before the nausea was truly gone, but it is just so much better, and I'm so thankful for that. And I wish I had chapstick because I am forever dehydrated, and I don't think that I do. So I'll just lick my lips. But that's pretty much my makeup routine right there. I don't really do anything else. I'm not even kidding. So there you have it, folks. That's my makeup routine. I was thinking about curling my hair today. I'm gonna take a reel because I missed the 20-week video update, and I can't miss it because I'm going to do like at the end I'm gonna do a, you know, like where you share all the videos slowly, and so I like have every single week like an update on the bump. And so I'm going to share the 20 week, and the 20 week is so important because it's you're halfway there. And I like love like all the pregnant women use the half baked from Ben and Jerry's ice cream thing. So I'm going to share that later on today. I'm definitely gonna get that done. How are the kids preparing? Because we all know they want to because we all know they want to. I think I'm Pam. Okay, so the kids are so sweet. They like constantly almost like too sweet, because I'm like, you know, I've never minded if someone comes up and touches my belly. I've always like, that doesn't bother me, but my daughter like mauls my belly. Like she'll just be, oh, baby A, baby B, and she's just like constantly just mauling it. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're excited. Don't touch me. But you know, they're so excited, and I'm just so thankful that they're so excited and happy for the babies and not just like jealous of them. And so I'm trying to keep nurturing that like they're just more excited than they are jealous. I did get to go to my friend Diana saw on Facebook Marketplace that this woman who had twin boys was like gifting a shirt or something, and then she said, oh, do you happen to have like identical clothes? And so she asked about identical twin boy clothes. I mean, I really have maybe like 5 to 10 outfits that I bought for them, but this woman on Facebook Marketplace who's in my lives in Sarasota, she had a ton of matching baby boy outfits. So I just paid her $80, picked up a box of clothes. They're in the dryer now, and so later today on stories I'm probably going to share those if I get around to it. But so excited about that, and I am just a huge fan of secondhand and, you know, like hand-me-downs. I just think that is the way the world like that's how we should all, I don't know, I just think that's great. I mean, you can wash the clothes, they're not dirty. If they're stained, of course I'd be happy to not use them, but like if they're not stained and they're not dirty, I will absolutely wash them and sanitize them and make sure that they're clean, and then put my baby in them, of course. I mean, every single one of my kids. My sister gave me hand-me-downs from my niece, and then my sister-in-law gave me hand-me-downs and one of my really good friends, Deanna, gave me hand-me-downs for my son. And so I'm absolutely going to be using hand-me-downs for them, and I totally shop secondhand all the time. But so I'm excited about all those outfits. I think there's probably 20 outfits, and they're from 0 to 6 months, which is just so exciting. But anyways, I got a lot from my son for my cousins. It is seriously such a blessing. So the car seats, Mrs. Duran 2011, she asked what car seats we ended up getting. My friend Diana has the Duna that is like, it's like the car seat turns into a stroller, and she just loves it. She absolutely loves that stroller. And so my sister Amy Lynn sent me a link to the Evenflow dual shift is called. It's kind of like a Duna, but in my opinion, it's a little bit better because it has a carry-on bag that's attached to it. It's also a little less expensive, and they were like 30% off on Amazon, so I went ahead and got myself two. And I don't know that I'm gonna stick to that because the reason being is that they're each individual car seat / strollers, and so I really need like a double stroller to push the babies because there's two of them, not just one. So I have to figure out I have assembled one and I really like it, but I have to figure out how to assemble them both easily so that I can push them. And is that easy? And I got to figure that out before the return window, because I mean, that's like $1,000 worth of like car seat strollers. And I'm like, well, I don't want to not be able to return those if they're not going to work out for twins. So that I'm going to figure out. But anyways, let me see. Can we send you gifts for the boys? Oh, that's really so sweet. The purple pug pod, I think it said. Yeah, that's so sweet. We do have a P.O. box, and I tried to send thank you. That was my daughter coming in. I tried to send like thank you gifts or give you a shout out. A lot of small businesses love to send something, and I try to share about that. If not me, then I'll ask like, Doug, can you share about this small business that they sent us their product? So our P.O. box is, you know, maybe I'll share it on stories again or something. It's, I don't even know, I can't remember it right off the top of my head, but yeah, you know, that's really so kind of you and so sweet, and we would love that. If you're not in the Facebook page, car seats for the littles, it's a great resource for car seats and tips to make sure the one works best for small babies, twins. Okay, so Amber Dawn, thank you for that tip. We're in the process also of, like, neither of our vehicles work for 4 kids with 4 car seats. So we're in the process of trying to find, my friend Sarah convinced me that I have to go minivan route. She just went the minivan route and she only has 3 kids. But also there's the Car Mom or something like that on Instagram. And I'm like, forgive me for butchering this to the Car Mom, but she's an amazing resource also. And she said, you know, basically she said the Kia Carnival and the Toyota, basically all the minivans are great, but a lot of moms really like the Kia Carnival and they love the Toyota Sienna. I love the hybrid of the Toyota Sienna. So Doug and I we made a YouTube video of like comparing both the vans, and we're still like kind of undecided, but that's another thing that we have to do. But now that we have the car seats, we can put them in, make sure our kids can get around the captain chairs. I mean, there's so much to do to prepare for twins. Like, I feel like if it was just one, it would be like so easy because I've done that before. But now with twins, I'm like, okay, so I got to make sure I have, like, the other reason why we're kind of sold on the minivan thing is that we're going to have 2 car seats that we're holding in our arms. We'd have to like put one down, open a door, get the kid in. Whereas with the minivan, it has the button. So I can have 2 car seats, have my keys in my hand, press the button, the door slides open. I don't have to worry about it like knocking into the next car next to us, because I feel like my kids will just like, if I let them open it, they're just like, wing. So anyways, so much to do to prepare, and we're sharing it all more in depth on our YouTube channel, Hanging with the Hainers. But yeah, so we did a little, Doug loved the Kia Carnival, by the way, which I'm like kind of shocked because this man has to trade in his big burly truck that we took across the country. And so it's just really nice to know that like he is going to love this minivan, because we share our vehicles, but I don't ever drive that truck because I literally dented it. So this minivan is going to be both of ours. Like, we just share both vehicles, but it's just nice to know that my husband is like so humble and so cool. Like, he's like, I don't care if I have to trade in that truck. Like, he's just so confident. Like, I feel like some men will not drive a minivan, but my husband is just like, that's fine. It's, you know, if that's what you think is best for the babies and our family, he's like, I'll rock the minivan. And I'm like, you are a freaking saint from God. How I got married to a complete stranger that turned out to be my husband, I don't know. I'm thanking God every single day. But anyways, thank you so much for all of your comments and all the things. You're currently using your husband's F-150 for all 3 car seats. You know, they aren't wide, so you can probably fit them, but that's the thing, is we need 4 car seats, and so we have a Dodge Ram Laramie or something like that, and honestly, it's too much of a truck. We got it because to haul that RV when we were going on the RV trip across America, but this thing, I mean, it is just like a beast of a truck. It's a dually, so it has like 2 wheels on the end, and also 4 car seats won't fit in there, so we genuinely do have to trade it in. And I know a lot of people say to look at the Honda Odyssey, but I don't know why I'm still overwhelmed with even just the Kia Carnival and the Toyota Sienna. And I know the Honda Odyssey, the seats like scooch, but I'm almost like overwhelmed to look at one more minivan because I just want to get one and call it a day. But hi, Orlando, Pam, Gus. And you love your Lincoln Aviator, Denise. I feel like a lot of people do like their big SUVs, but I guess I'm sold by the simple fact that the doors slide open when I'm holding those two car seats. Like I don't have to worry about my older children opening the door and like slamming it. Also, they can get in easily. Like I don't have to worry about helping Hendrix or Henley, because Henley will have they can't get into our truck, and I feel like that's about the same size as some of those larger SUVs. And also, not for nothing, it is like maybe $20,000 to $30,000 less expensive. And if I could save that money for a college fund for these babies, because we don't, have any financial help from like family or anything like that, that would be fabulous. So there's a whole lot of reasons that we have chosen the minivan. And honestly, I know it's not cool and it's not hip, but I'm like, I don't care to be cool or hip anyways. Like, it's okay. Like, that's fine. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I am going to, yes, and Bear's mommy, the reno is, like, we have to get on it. Like, we are ready. We still haven't gotten the official quote yet from the contractor, which is, like, just kind of tying us up a bit. But we have, like, we had the CAD drawer come over, and he like drew out the plans of the reno. We submitted it to the town. A lot of people said, why do you need permits for this renovation? And I was like, I don't know, like, Doug, why do we need permits? Because like, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, but I guess it's because we have HVAC work that has to be done and electrical work. And we're officially turning our dining room into another bedroom, and then our office into another bedroom. So instead of having an office and a dining room, we're making those 2 extra bedrooms. So our house would be a 6-bedroom house. And wait, 2, 3. Yeah, it would be a 6-bedroom house. And we really want to do that for resalver purposes, but also like, if people want to turn it back to a formal dining room later on, they certainly can. But I'm not very formal, and I just don't see a use of having space for formal events for like once or twice a year. Like I'd much rather use it as a guest bedroom to have people over and to spend the night and to enjoy, rather than look like pretty, I guess, for the whole year. Like that just is kind of silly to me. Okay, last question that I'm gonna ask is Z1234. She says, do you have a birth plan? Stressful. Like, that's a stressful question to me, because I feel like you can't really have a birth plan with twins. Like, I know for sure that, like, I would usually want to wait, until they tell me they're ready, but the doctor's already said that they want to do induction because they're concerned with twins that there's a higher morbidity rate. So, like, if they stay in there too long, there's a higher chance that one could die or both could die. And so that's a little daunting. And, also, like, I know I was a labor and delivery nurse, and I'm really thankful for that knowledge, because it's very common for you to just be rolled right into the operating room, because God forbid second baby gets stuck. They want to be able to cut you open and operate quickly to get the baby out. So I know that I'm going to be delivering in the operating room. And that's pretty much my birth plan. Like, I'm just kind of really listening to the hospital and to the doctors and what they tell me, while simultaneously asking for minimal interventions. Like, I really would like them to stay in as long as possible, but I know twin babies come usually like early without any intervention. And so I'm just praying that's not the case for these little boys and they stay in there, because I have a lot of work to do still for them. But that's my birth plan. And I really, as a labor and delivery nurse, I really do highly recommend trying to have like the most flexible birth plan, because when you're really rigid about exactly how you want your birth to go, 9 times out of 10, that doesn't really work anyways. And so then the stress of trying to make sure that happens could put you in the operating room, because your body has to be relaxed in order for all the muscles to like loosen up and let the baby out. And so easier said than done, especially when like, you don't want a C-section, or you don't want an epidural or pain med. But if like, that is just really truly my best advice for anyone who is about to deliver or laboring, because truly, like, it's just better to be as flexible as possible. That being said, I would love minimal interventions, and I'd love to have a natural twin pregnancy. Like, I don't really want an epidural, and I would love them to come when they're full term. That's basically my birth plan. But I'm fully aware that God, like, everything's going to work out in God's perfect timing and way. And so I'm just going to keep, trekking along. But yeah, best birth plan is healthy baby and healthy mom. Oh, you're a birth and postpartum doula, Donovan family of 6. I wish you were my neighbor. I have to find a doula, like, because I had, okay, I was gonna say this is the last question. I do have to get to other things, but I had a doula, like I had a home birth with my son, and I didn't think a doula was necessary because I was a labor and delivery nurse, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Let me tell you, I don't care if you do know what you're doing. I don't care if you've had 10 babies. I just think a doula is so helpful because, my husband is a guy and he means so well, but he just doesn't even know how to be supportive to me. Like, he really doesn't. And I think he gets a little scared and squeamish with, like, just the pain, my moaning, like, just, like, it's a lot when a woman's like, like, and I'm trying to just breathe and not make noises, but when that pain becomes very overwhelming, like, it's natural for a woman to make noises and to kind of moan with the pain and to just let it subside. And my husband kind of gets freaked out by it and, like, disappears, and I'm like, Dad, where'd you go? And so a doula is just amazing. So my midwife had an assistant who also practiced as a doula, and because she was my midwife's assistant, she couldn't really be a full doula for me because she was really there to help my midwife. But man, when she was able to, like, the 10% of the time that she was able to be a doula for me, it was just everything. And I was like, wow, now I know how important a doula is, or someone who can be there to really truly help you. Like, specifically you, like a midwife, they're focusing on the baby and you. Like, doctors and nurses, they're focusing on the baby and you. But a doula is there to really, truly help support you through this process. And it is absolutely everything. So that would be like my last, oh my gosh, all these doulas on here. Why aren't you in Sarasota? Because I need to find one. But anyways, and don't underestimate a postpartum doula. So I didn't ever have a postpartum doula or any postpartum help ever. And this time around, we'll be working. I've always worked straight through. Like, we film our birth. It's been aired on Lifetime for Married at First Sight every single pregnancy. I don't know about this one, but we also have the YouTube channel and we film it. And I don't want the boys, like, we're definitely going to be sharing our birth and whatnot. And so I really work throughout the whole entire labor and delivery and postpartum period. I mean, I remember I was like, could barely even walk, stitched up, sitting on my bed, recording a podcast like a day or two after my son was born, because, this is the life that we've chosen, and we feel fortunate that we're able to share our lives and that, we're able to help hopefully inspire and love other people through it. But it is a lot of work to do right after you have a baby. And I never had any help. And I'm like, because I feel like I'm the kind of person that doesn't think that you need help. Like, I should be able to do it all. And that is another huge, ginormous myth. Like, even if you are just a stay-at-home mom, you still need help. I mean, are you kidding me? You just pushed a baby out, whether it's 1 or 2, or 3 or 4, like, you're gonna need some help. That's tough. And so anyways, I am definitely looking for a postpartum doula, and definitely looking for just like all the help, really, because there's going to be 2 babies this time around and we don't have family nearby. But to be very honest, even when family was nearby, I really didn't utilize their help the way that I should have. I didn't ask for help the way that I should have. And I hope to kind of like decrease that stigma like this. Like, I really hope to be able to share more about that, because it takes a village, man. And like, what happened to that village? Like, we don't have that village anymore. So there is zero shame in seeking out help with for yourself and for your baby postpartum, in my opinion. But anyways, all right. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, all of you guys all over the world. Thank you so much. I am going to head out, but I'm going to try to do more of these Q&As and just hanging out with you now that I'm feeling a little healthier. And and I can't wait to share with you that reel that I'm going to be making later for the half-baked, because they're officially, I don't like it up high. I feel like that looks, I don't know why I feel like Steve Urkel, but I'm like, doesn't that just look strange? Like, doesn't it look a little better if I just like, also it feels weird, like if it's like indents my belly, so I just push it down lower, and then you can actually breathe. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Mexico and South Africa and Athens and all these amazing places. It's so good